Get this going in here. Audio on the Yeti. All right, what's going on, Laker fans? Test. We're good. Yeah, I think we're good here. You guys didn't know about that camera, right? I got a new camera now. So if I want to get up and get closer to the camera and go like this, I got the ability to do so. The only problem is I got to plug my mic back in. I got to unplug my mic. We got a lot of cords going on here. What's going on, Laker fans? What is going on? Damn. That was a freaking great game. That was a really, really good basketball game. I got to be honest. That was a very, very easy game to enjoy. Lakers handle business. They win against the Phoenix Suns 106-103, the final score. I forgot to edit this. Lakers over Suns. Cancel that. Wait with me here. Lakers. Lakers over Suns 106-103. Okay, my apologies. That was a badass game. That was a really, really good game. And I think for those who are just tuning in right now, I think there's going to be definitely something about trying to beat some better opponents, obviously handling work against better teams, better individual players. That was obviously key to Lakers getting healthy and trying to figure out a way just to be better overall as a basketball team. And I thought they were able to do that. We got a lot to get into tonight, so I appreciate you guys coming into the post-game show. Of course, we got a lot of stuff here. We got a lot of stuff going on. I think I got a lot of people here pre-show before this all started, and then it all kind of started coming in from there. So we got a lot of comments here. We got a lot of boxing gloves here. We got the Pelicans game. That's going to be fun. 3-0 record versus the Suns. Let's before I even kind of start in anything, Lakers, Vegas, here we come. Tyson Sliwa back at it again. I'm going to let that thing just happen and let it work itself. That was a fun game. That really was. I want to start off. There's a couple places that I want to start off. I want to talk about Anthony Davis kind of carried the Lakers in that first half, not much in that second half. Bron and Austin Reeves carried the Lakers in the second half, and specifically Austin Reeves with that cold-blooded shot at the end. A controversial call there. I really actually don't know. Spectrum's got this on right now as far as some of the star players. Devin Booker, not that great of a night for him, 21 points, but only 6 of 16. KD, incredibly efficient. Bron, 31 and 8. AD, not much in the second half, but 27 and 15. Little bit of everything for the star players. I guess you could say, no real surprise or shock that the star players are going to show up. But in games like this, it's all about your role players. It always comes down to that. And I got to be honest, as the Lakers get healthier and healthier, for me, it's all just going to come down to them taking it to that next level. No more excuses for the Lakers. I don't want to make any more excuses for the Lakers. But it was a W for the Lake Show. It wasn't pretty at times. What was it? A 14-0 start for the Phoenix Suns to start that third quarter. So whatever lead that you built was gone before you even knew it. That was a little surprising there to see that lead just kind of go away as quick as it did for the Lakers. And then ultimately some, I would say, fairly good execution down the stretch. A couple times Bron took some shots or the shot clock ran down, and Lakers would have to take a bad shot. Anthony Davis missed a bunch of gimmies right around the basket that you thought, is that going to cost them? Is that one going to cost them? Reeves came up clutch on a couple different predicaments. And then, the play. I was watching this one tonight actually on TNT. The play that I think everybody was kind of sitting back on and wondering what the heck was going on was, obviously clearly that play with Austin Reeves and LeBron calling a timeout and the referee granting the timeout where nobody had the ball. So I know that's probably going to be a conversation that's just going to be had in general. But Lakers just did enough to get the win, and now they're in this Final Four. And I'll talk Lakers Pelicans a little bit later. I'll talk about the in-season tournament a little bit later. I'll talk about what it could be could be Bucks Lakers in Vegas on Saturday, which would be pretty damn cool. And I think everybody expects that's exactly what it's going to be. But, obviously anything can happen. Okay. I want to highlight these because by the time I got started, I was kind of running around here. I didn't know what the hell was going on. They're going to win the game or they're not going to win the game. I had already worked on a thumbnail for YouTube. And then by the time I'm looking at the game, like, are they going to lose this game? I got to change my thumbnail. I don't have time for all this. We got a live show that we got to get into. But I do want to get into a couple of these comments here, and then I'm gonna take it from there. Airball KD. KD gets a shot at the end because Anthony Davis misses the free throw. Yes, you are right about that. Somebody asking if I fix a light. I sent the light back. The old light's gone. You know what I mean? Went with a new light. Hopefully this light is obviously much better. And hopefully also that because I have a new light, that this one's not going to go out in the middle of our show tonight. Durant was good tonight, but took an L. Lake Show, baby. The atmosphere at Crypto. By the way, solid atmosphere at the arena. I was there for the first half. Obviously came after that. Worked my way back to Pasadena. Okay, I want to see if there's just anything else going on here that I want to read before I go. Need to foul after AD missed that free throw. Okay, let me just get into the game. I'll get into these comments a little bit later. Couple things that I want to point out here. All right, from Lakers basically won this game. Well, a couple reasons why they won the game. They won because they got a lot more players that they can use, which they have not had that opportunity in the past. Let me give you an example. Jared Vanderbilt, watch his numbers keep eventually coming up and watch his contributions keep coming up. Cam Reddish, 30 minutes for the Lakers tonight. That man is all over the place, and it might not be perfect, but don't the Lakers feel like a much different defensive team these last couple of games? The game against the Rockets and the game against the Suns. They're winning these games because they're getting stops. You know how many turnovers the Phoenix Suns ended up having in tonight's game? They had a total of 22 turnovers. That's an insane number. Lakers only 10, by the way. So that's an insane number for the Phoenix Suns to have that many turnovers. Some of them careless turnovers on their own, and others, the Lakers are just all over the place. There's a couple different times I noticed it during the game. There's something about the Lakers when there's certain lineups, and I think it's only going to get better. But when I see Cam Reddish and Jared Vanderbilt in the game, there's definitely much more of a defensive presence in the team, and that's without me counting what Anthony Davis is going to do. These last two games, the health that you wanted for the Lakers didn't have just anything to do with, well, I just want these guys back because they're going to score more points. No, the guys that you're missing can help you on the defensive side. If the Lakers are going to be successful, they're going to have to play D, and they're going to have to play D on a consistent basis. They might just get enough offense from LeBron, just enough offense from Anthony Davis, just enough offense from Austin Reeves, or maybe in a different night, Rui's an offensive threat. D'Angelo Russell's an offensive threat. I think those things are going to come. Like offense, all good. But they won these last two games against two pretty good teams, right? The Rockets, they're okay. They're moving in the right direction. The Phoenix Suns, Lakers already 2-0 against them, but that's now 3-0. But the first two games without Devin Booker, so you knew this game was going to be different. They're getting stops. And listen, KD was pulling up some unbelievable shots. I mean, give KD all the credit in the world. But how many players are Kevin Durant in the NBA? Not many. Not many players are. There were a lot of times while I was watching the game, KD would hit a shot. And I'm like, I don't care if that goes in. That's really good defense. Or Devin Booker would hit a tough shot. I don't care if that goes in. That's really good difference. More specifically KD, because KD was incredibly efficient. It's only sustainable to an extent. And I thought whether it was Cam or it was Vando or it was any of these other guys that were trying to D up KD, that was trying to, just from a team perspective, that's really the best that you can do from a defensive perspective. They only gave up 103 points. They gave up, I'm forgetting the number right off the top of my head, so let me just look at it real quick. They gave up against the Houston Rockets on Saturday. They gave up 97 points. So that means in the last 2 games in the NBA, you're giving up an average of 100 points. It's not easy in the NBA. It's not easy in the league. So before I start getting into some of the individual players and other things that I saw, the Lakers, the thing that I was most excited about seeing when the Lakers were going to come in and get Jared Vanderbilt back and get Cam Reddish back and get Rui Hachimura back and get Jackson Hayes back. I know Hayes wasn't out for very long. But the thing I wanted more than anything else was I think their defense is going to be a lot better. I think they have the ability to be what the original plan was for the Lakers on the defensive side. And obviously, they were able to do that in these last 2 games. So that's why I got excited about these players coming back. Okay, now let's get into the actual game. AD, I'm going to share my screen with you guys. Okay. Share my screen. Let me just close all these pages that you guys can't see. Very personal, confidential information, guys. Confidential. Actually, do me a favor. I need all of you guys to close your eyes for just like a minute or 2, just while I get this ready, because I don't want you guys to look at my screen. So everybody close your eyes. On 3, close your eyes. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Okay, I'm going to share my screen here real quick. So I want to just go through the box score, and I'm talking about just individual players. I know a lot of people are probably going to go at Anthony Davis tonight because he was so incredible in the first half, and TNT and Shaq and these guys are basically sitting back and saying, oh my gosh, look at Anthony Davis in the first half. He's so dominant. If he could do this, then that's going to happen. He's an offensive player. Do that on a consistent basis. You're going to talk about him in the MVP this, and then he doesn't. He's very quiet in the second half. That's kind of an AD night. But that first half, he did carry the Lakers. He was fantastic in that first half. I thought ultimately this 39 minutes, couple block shots, 15 rebounds, had Nurkic in foul trouble, had KD in foul trouble, had a lot of these guys in foul trouble because that's just how special Anthony Davis is. What did Nurkic end up with? He had 4 personal fouls, so I guess he wasn't in terrible shape. But think about Sengun on Saturday, what Anthony Davis was able to do to him. He was kind of a non-factor. And then Nurkic tonight, 3 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists. Really not much a factor in this game. And I know Nurkic, this stage of his career, is not really shooting all that much. They're starting to get a lot of their points from the perimeters and from KD or from perimeter players. But Anthony Davis, 27 points, 15 rebounds, 2 block shots. Now, he was not efficient at all. He's missing a lot of his putbacks around the basket. And to be honest with you, if Anthony Davis just hit 3 or 4 more buckets, he was 10 of 26, which is not an Anthony Davis type of night, 10 of 26. But if he's just hitting some of these baskets, then I think it's a completely different story. Let me keep moving here. I'm gonna highlight this, and then I'm going to come back to the camera here for a second. Look at LeBron. 31 points, 11 assists, 5 steals, 8 rebounds, 40 minutes of play. I got to stop sharing so I could stare at the camera so you guys can look into my soul. Guys, what is that? That's incredible. Think about that for a second. Bron's going up against KD's, going up against good Phoenix Suns team. And I get it. I think there's a lot of people that we keep talking about Bron. All right, enough of Bron. We know that he's in his 21st season. Okay, hey, we got it. Bron is about to turn 39. We understand it. We got to stop for a quick second. 40 minutes tonight. Does he have plays where you're like, Bron, what the hell are you doing? Yes, he does. Does he have plays like, Bron, make a decision. The shot clock's running out. Why are you waiting all the way to the end? Yes, he absolutely does. Bron played 40 minutes for the Lakers tonight. He had 31, 11 assists, 8 rebounds, 5 steals, shot just under 50% from the field, shot 50% from 3 in 40 minutes of play. Come on now. That's incredible. Just incredible. Bron was incredible. I think he only ended up with just 2 turnovers, so not really at that bad. Torian Prince had more turnovers than Bron. Think about how how often Braun obviously has a ball in his hands. That's incredible. That's all I can tell you. It's incredible. Hit some big shots as well. I know he didn't have the ball in his possession, but I think, towards the end of games, there's obviously times that you want him to have the ball. When they went on the run, it's funny. When Phoenix went on that 14-0 run, it was like, bam. Right when they went on the run, Braun finally got a bucket. Like everything kind of calmed down a little bit there for a quick second. Okay, I want to get into Austin Reeves for a quick second, but I'm going to shout out a couple things here. Appreciate you all hanging out on the show. Can't tell you guys how much I appreciate you guys hanging out with me here on this channel, and I'm going to continue to grow this channel. Quote me on that. This channel is going to grow. Okay. I'm going to read some of your chats, super chats. If you put a super chat in, 100% going to read it. So just know that. Keep that one in mind. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. That's the only messaging that I want to put there. Shout out to Underdog Fantasy, an official partner of this channel, official partner of the post-game show here. So shout out to them. Very, very, very appreciative of them partnering with me on this, and I'll get to them a little bit later in the show. I want to get into Austin Reeves here real quick, okay? Lakers went through a stretch in that third quarter where they were struggling. They ended up getting outscored by 11 in the third quarter, and I know you could easily say, hey, that's an awful third quarter. You're not wrong. That was a really bad third quarter. However, Austin Reeves kind of saved them in that third quarter. I think he had maybe 12 or 13 points in the third quarter alone. And I thought that he was the only one that kind of kept them afloat. Braun as well, but he kept them afloat. When things look like, okay, this is about to get ugly. This is not a good position that the Lakers are in. He kept them. Let me get a bucket here. Let me hit a three here. There was a couple possessions. I think Phoenix went up 3, and then one possession down, he kind of ran a curl of a screen, backed out, kind of faded away from the screen. I don't know if it was Devin Booker or Grayson. I think it was Booker who was guarding him. Braun hit it to him and hit a 3. And I'm like, that's a big shot right there. In that moment where the Lakers are reeling here, where they were up 12 at halftime, and then all of a sudden Phoenix comes out of nowhere, and now the Lakers are down 3, and you're probably a possession or 2 away. If you miss a couple more, maybe it goes up to 5 to 6 to 7. He hits a 3 and it calms the water. He gets an and one, kisses it off the glass. He had a moment in that third quarter where Austin Reeves, I thought, I don't know if save the Lakers is the right way to put it, but I thought that was a critical stage in the game. And Reeves, even though the Lakers got their asses kicked in the third quarter, I thought that was a critical stage where he kept the Lakers in it. And then it was like, all right, fourth quarter, let's go at it. Mano a mano. It was a 1-point game or whatever it was. Okay, put that to the side for a quick second. Lakers had taken, is it a 5-point lead? Something along those lines towards the end. And then all of a sudden, Lakers are only up 1. And Lakers got the ball, and they're coming back the other way. AD didn't touch the ball. LeBron didn't touch the ball. And Austin Reeves has the confidence to say in a 1-point game, in an in-season tournament quarterfinal game, no other games in the NBA going on TNT. I'm just going to pull up and shoot a 3, because I'm going to tell you guys what happens if you miss that 3. If you miss that 3, when you're up 1 and LeBron and Anthony Davis don't touch the ball, and Phoenix gets the rebound and goes down on the other end and scores, and you end up losing the game, I'll tell you what I'm doing on this post game. I'm saying, Reeves, what the hell are you doing? Why are you pulling up from a 3 when you're up 1? Why is AD not touching the ball? Why is Braun not touching the ball? The point I'm trying to make is you better hit that 3 if you're going to take that shot in that situation. Reeves pulled up like it was nothing and all nylon, and looks into the crowd. He was obviously mic'd up. TNT had him mic'd up, yells, flexes, walks over to the bench and says, yeah, what do you guys think I was going to do? That's pretty cold-blooded right there. I mean, that's a critical moment. I think even for LeBron to see that and say, okay, all right, so you want that shot at the end? for AD to sit back and say, you're cool to pull up and hit that three and put the game on ice. I know the game still got close there at the end. I'm sure for Darvin Ham, you're saying to yourself, all right, brother, maybe we'll run some more plays for you there at the end. I'm not saying that Austin Reeves hasn't had game winners. He has. Remember the Dallas game, I'm in, all that stuff. I remember all that. But that's a critical situation in the game. And for you to make the decision that I'm just going to pull up and shoot a three, and my name's not Anthony Davis, and my name's not LeBron James, that takes a lot of you-know-what. And Austin Reeves came through for the Lake Show. So give that man his credit for obviously doing that, for making it happen, and most importantly, hitting the three. Because if you don't hit that three, we're probably all having a much different conversation here. All right, 106-103, the final score. By the way, this new camera, clean as this new camera. Are you kidding me? You guys could probably count. Like right here, I probably have a pimple. Right here, I probably have a pimple. Here, you guys are like, Slee, you going to shave or are you not? It's a good camera. It's a freaking good camera. Plus, I don't feel like anything's shaking or anything like that. All right, let's get to some of your guys' comments here. Francis Mendoza. Thank you, Francis, for the super. I appreciate that. Great game. We did good on defense. AR is him. I'm going to go back to what I said. This has got to be the identity of the Lakers, period. If they got a real shot, I mean, if they got a real chance, they want to go up against the Milwaukees of the world. They want to go up against the Phillies of the world, the Thunder of the world. I know it sounds crazy. The Denver Nuggets. Got to play defense. Got to be able to get stops. Now, of course, offense, I'm not trying to tell you that offense is not important. Of course it's important. But on top of that, you got to be a team that's able to get stops. And the Lakers, these last two games, are able to. And AR, look, Austin Reeves, man, what was his final line? 7 of 16, 3 of 8 from the three. So he wasn't even really efficient. 20 points, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. The difference with Reeves tonight, I think then his stat line wasn't great, but it's when he got his buckets, when he got his points. The third quarter when the Lakers needed it. The final shot there in the fourth to hit that three. And, obviously that was big time. Now, I almost had a turnover, and let's just thank whoever the referee was that they didn't call that. I'm not sure what that referee was doing. Arthur Johnson. Cam has no offensive game. None. You know what I'm hoping for, Arthur? I appreciate the super. You know what I'm hoping for, Laker fans? I'll tell you what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping for that the Lakers have a plethora of opportunities of who to go to based on certain situations. Hey, we need defense. Put Cam and Vando in. Hey, we need offense. Make sure Reeves is in there. Maybe D'Lo's in there, or give me another offensive player that could be a threat off the bench. I don't know. If you want to say Max Christie because he can spread the floor. Taurean Prince can space the floor. Whatever the case is. I don't think anybody needs Cam Reddish to go out there and give you 15 points a game, and you're probably not going to get it. But I think what you can ask from Cam is just go run all over the place and be a freaking beast on defense. Use your fouls wisely, and I think that's just as valuable as anything else. Okay. Let me get to some of these comments here. Start a little bit here at the end. If we came out, kept attacking and feeding AD, we could have blown them out. I got to be honest. Okay, number one, the other team is obviously going to make adjustments. They did that in the second half. And who else is going to make adjustments other than Frank Vogel, who knows this Lakers team and knows Anthony Davis? But AD also missed a lot of gimmies. How many buckets did AD miss around the basket? Those are shots that you feel like are going to go in. Those are shots that you feel like, Anthony Davis is going to take care of business, or he's going to, who was it? Reggie Miller on the call that was throw it down, big man. He's talking about Bill Walton saying that. That's one of his sayings. He's got too cute around the basket. Be a beast down there. Why are you trying to finger roll this or just trying to tip it in? Be Anthony Davis. You're too big for that. All right, let me see a couple more of these here. I'm cool with Cam Reddish not scoring as much, but Can had Booker very frustrated the whole game, so I'll take that. Absolutely, he did. Absolutely, he did. And that's his job. That's his identity on this team. 100% that's his identity on this team. His identity on this team is to do just that. Who do I got to go bother on the other end? And that's Vanderbilt's job as well. Refs on our side for once. They're going to get us back next game. Got to make sure the refs calls don't mess up our flow. Great dub I see here. You guys want me to do? What do you guys want me to do? I sneeze sometimes. Okay? Nothing I can do. The only thing I want to see on these chats is Sliwa. God bless you. That's all I want to see on there. A couple more of these. At the end of the close games, LeBron holds the ball on top of the key till 5 seconds. It's the most annoying thing I've ever watched. And I'm not kidding. I don't understand that. I really genuinely don't understand that. I don't understand how ball's not moving, dribble. It's the easiest way to defend. And if Bron's going to take a 24-footer at the end of the shot clock, every team, and every coach on the other side is like, go ahead and take it. If you hit it, you hit it. Who cares? I'm with you. That is definitely that part is definitely annoying. Okay, let me see a couple more of these. We got really lucky. It's a loose ball, and you can't call time on a loose ball. No question about it. Will be. We could easily be sitting here talking about how Austin Reeves had a turnover, and I don't know who was under the basket. Maybe Grayson Allen, Devin Booker. They were going for the ball. That was a bad call. Period. Laker fan, Suns fan, NBA fan, no fan at all. That was a bad call. The Lakers got lucky. They got lucky on that one. All right, see what else we got here. AR is MVP. AR. That's an interesting one. So that was a good move by Austin, because otherwise the ball sits in LeBron's hand to the last second. They have no set play for the end of games. That's on Darvin, by the way. I hate that. That's one of my pet peeves in watching basketball is when they call a timeout and they don't do jack shit. Like, it's okay, wait a minute. So let me just understand this. You guys just called a timeout and you come out of the timeout and you dribble the ball for 15 seconds. Why even call timeout? Might as well save the time. Not even 50 seconds, 20 seconds. I don't think Austin Reeves was doing that for that situation. I don't think that was the case. But I definitely think that that was a moment where you better freaking know what the hell you're going to do. And then you just got to come through and hit that shot. And if you hit that shot, you look like a hero. If you miss that shot, you look stupid. All right. Awesome Powers. Thank you for the super. Really appreciate that. Love the fact we won, but the King is still playing 40 minutes. Most minutes out of everyone tonight. Yeah, that's not good. That part's not good. I'm with you on that. I think we kind of I feel like everyone got over the whole minutes thing with LeBron. I think we've just accepted it. That doesn't mean it's okay, but I think maybe the concept is, okay, he'll be more selective as the season goes on. The Lakers were already so short with players. How about the Lakers so far this year between Austin Reeves, LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and D'Angelo Russell? Only Bron and AD have missed one game each. Everybody else has played. So these guys are playing a ton, and it doesn't always mean that it's going to equal a W. So that part, I think, is something to keep in mind. Bless you, Sliwa. Salud. Bless you. Bless you, brother. Bless you, bro. Bless you. Thank you, guys. God bless you. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Thank you. It means so much to me. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, sometimes as an athlete, even athletes, we can get allergic to something. Pollen, something along those lines. I don't know what it is. Maybe some dust in the room. I'm not sure. But as an athlete, I keep going. You know what I mean? Like some people, look, I wouldn't be surprised. I think there's a lot of people, honestly, just if we're having an honest conversation here, there's a lot of people after what I just went through, probably stopping the live stream. Did you guys see me get up? I didn't get up. I stayed right here. Stayed right. Jordan flu game. Sliwa post-game show. You guys know where I'm going with this. You guys know where I'm going with this. All right. Let's keep going here. Sliwa, we're 13-9 now, top 4 in the West. All right, let's take a look at these NBA standings. Let's see what we got here. I'm actually curious. I'm not sure where we are because, yeah, you're right. How about that? All right, let's share this here real quick. I think that's interesting. And who is that with the chat there? Bucky Badass. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you for the heads up on that. Let's take a look here. Take a look at the standings. Minnesota, 15-4. Minnesota Timberwolves. How about that? 15-4. They've won 4 in a row. By the way, something to keep in mind here, for what it's worth. Phoenix 7-3 on the road, one of the best road records in the NBA before tonight. They'd won 8 of their last 10 games. With Devin Booker, they were 9-2. So Phoenix has been playing some good ball. They haven't been playing crazy competition, great competition. I do think once Bradley Beal is back, that team will then go to another level, period. I actually do think that's going to happen. There's a lot of times I look at Phoenix and I'm like, do they have enough role players? They have enough of this. Grayson Allen seems to be a nice player. Eric Gordon, obviously a vet, has been in the league for a long time. They've got some guys. They got some guys. I saw Bradley Beal when I was at the game today. He was warming up, not playing, but just shooting around and stuff. He looked pretty good. So maybe he's coming back sooner than later. But looking at the standings, you got the Minnesota Timberwolves, you got the Oklahoma City Thunder, you got the Denver Nuggets. Those are your top 3 teams in the West. Lakers 13-9, Sacramento 11-8, Dallas 11-8, Phoenix 12-9, New Orleans, I think, are starting to play some better basketball. They're 12-10. Clippers, Rockets, Warriors. Yeah, I got to be honest with you. I don't know if the West is as good as we thought it was going to be. And I'm not saying that there aren't good teams. I'm just saying, are you really scared of some of these teams that are out there right now? You definitely got, I think Minnesota's pretty good, but how tested are they? Denver's going to be great. We know that. OKC looks really good. How tested are they? I'm talking playoffs and stuff like that. So it's kind of an interesting time in the Western Conference, but top 4 in the West, okay. 13-9, okay. If you guys listen to any of the radio stuff that I'm doing, but I say it here all the time. I think there's a lot of Lakers basketball. I talked about this yesterday when I did my Lakers show. I said that they are right now, the first quarter of the season, they went 11-9. That means 20%, 25% of the season is done. They went 11-9. And there were a lot of question marks with that 11-9. However, I've been saying that this second quarter for the Lakers, now that they're getting healthy, I think we're going to have a lot better of a team. Tonight wasn't perfect, but they play defense. And to kind of be where they are, I think is obviously impressive. Denver, the only real problem. Denver's a problem. No other way to put it. Pelicans are going to be tough if our energy is lacking. It's going to be a fun game. I'm looking forward to that. I actually really am. I really, really am. AR, good win against a good team in the Western Conference. Thanks for the show, AR. Thank you for the super, brother. I greatly appreciate that. Good team against a good Western Conference. I don't know if you guys remember this, but last show I did. But I do it last show? I can't remember. Anyways, look at the test the Lakers get in December. You ready? I got this memorized. That's not good, but I do so much Laker content. I just have it memorized now. Look at all the tests, the barometers. I keep talking about it. You guys are probably annoyed by it, but the barometers for the Lakers. Where are they against the good teams? Okay, here are the barometers. Ready? I'll tell you the barometers. The barometers are, you already played the Phoenix Suns. That's a good barometer. In the month of December, you're at Dallas. You're at Minnesota twice. You're at OKC. You're at New Orleans. You got a game in Vegas against the Pelicans as well. You got a home game against the Boston Celtics. You got a home game against the New York Knicks. That's 8 good games that the Lakers got. And if they win on Thursday, well, then you also got that championship game coming up on Saturday, which would probably most likely be against the Milwaukee Bucks. Okay, let me start moving on a little bit because I do want to talk. By the way, little roll call here. Throw in what city, what state, what country, wherever it is that you're tuning from. If the first time been on the channel, thank you for being a part of the show. We do something called roll call. Roll call means you just tell me where you're tuning in from, and I'll give you guys a quick little shout out as we go through it. But let me spend a little time on this upcoming matchup coming up. So, all right, type that in. I'm a professional. Sometimes I type right in the middle of the show. Okay, so next game coming up Thursday versus the Pelicans. First off, the in-season stuff, it's working. It is. You know, some people might not like it. Travis, who I do the show with in the morning, he thinks, okay, well, what's the big deal? There's still regular season games. That's fine. I get it. Michael Thompson, I do the pregame show with, yeah, there's no real stakes here. It's just stakes for the individual players. I think the play is better. I don't think it's perfect. I think the tournament's got a lot of chatter behind it. I think we're talking about the NBA differently in November and December than we usually would talk about it. So from all those purposes, I think it's been successful. And that's before, you know, they play the semifinal and the final. It's not perfect. I'm not telling you that the Lakers are going to go win the in-season tournament and then move all the trophies off of Jeannie's desk in El Segundo at the training facility and say, here it is, guys. We finally did it. Here's the in-season tournament champion or the trophy. No, they're not going to do that. But I think the purpose of, can you get some buzz? Can you get some chatter? Can you try to, you know, obviously figure some stuff out in November and December? I think they're accomplishing that. Now you got a game coming up on Thursday. This is kind of fun. I got to be honest with you. I think it's kind of fun. I think the fact that the Lakers are going to Las Vegas, and how cool is this? So Pelicans right now, they're 12-10 on the season. I thought that win at Sacramento was impressive. They beat Philly, a couple nights ago, a week ago or something along those lines. So they got some good wins under their belt. They've already beat the Sacramento Kings, I think, 3 times this year. So the Pelicans definitely doing damage. And they've had some injuries. I want to look here. I want to see how many games their main players have played. Ingram and Zion have basically been there. CJ McCollum's only played 9 games. So they've had some guys in and out of the lineup. Where's Jose Alvarado? Jose Alvarado's only played 8 games. That's another guy that I feel like is key to them when he's in the lineup. He's an energy guy. But there's certain markets, like think about the final 4 teams left for this in-season tournament. The Bucks and the Lakers, no surprise. Like, yeah, those are 2 really good teams. The Pelicans and the Pacers, nobody was really thinking that. I think it does mean something to teams like the Pacers. I think it does mean something to a team like the Pelicans. Maybe it means more to them than it means to the Lakers and the Bucks because they actually compete for NBA championships. Bucks winning one a couple years ago. Lakers, you know their history, so I don't have to talk about it. Thursday's game is going to be fun. Thursday's game in Vegas is, I think there is some juice to it. I think it is exciting. And I think just the mere fact that the Lakers could potentially be in a game against the Milwaukee Bucks in the first annual in-season tournament as a championship game, that's kind of cool, right? Like this doesn't have to be, we don't have to over-exaggerate and pretend like this is the Super Bowl. We don't have to over-exaggerate and pretend like this is a real playoff game or a real NBA Finals. But I think the purpose of what they had in mind is intriguing. That's all. I think that's all. That's the best way for me to look at it. I think this thing has been intriguing. So if people love it or they hate it, I think it's getting people talking about it. And I think that was the original goal. Okay. Let me get into this. University of Newcastle in the house, Australia, Little Italy, Las Vegas, Nevada will be there. I got to actually still figure out my schedule for this. Rochester, New York in the house, Paris, California, Melbourne, Australia, El Monte. Thank you all for being in the house. Someone is in the Phoenix Suns locker room at crypto.com arena. Give my condolences to the squad over there. Mexico in the house, Chicago. Thank you all for being on the show. Inglewood, on the border of Inglewood and LA. Thank you for being on the show. Torrance, Washington, D.C., Singapore. This is my favorite part. We start going international. Philippines in the house. Seattle in the house. Anaheim, thank you for being on the show. Austin, Texas. The DBC, St. Augustine, Florida. Paris, California. Newport Beach in the house. Got to cruise down southward. Bro, that's as nice as it gets down there. San Fernando Valley, thank you for being on the show. Little Italy, San Diego. Thank you for being a part of the show. Ottawa. Man, Ottawa is one of my favorite spots in all of California. What a great place down there, or up there in the mountains. Bompton, Redondo Beach, Albuquerque, New Mexico. Appreciate you all being a part of the show. If I miss you, my bad. South LA, Lexington, Kentucky. A lot of people here. A lot of people in the house here. I already said Albuquerque, Masuru, Ventura, Diamond Bar, Diamond Studded, Platinum Bar. I like that. I like that. Okay. If I miss you, my apologies. Springfield, East LA, Little Tokyo in the house, Virgin Islands in the house. There's Little Tokyo. So I appreciate you all being part of the show. Brooklyn in the house. Belgium. Stockton. Okay. That's enough. That's enough. If it comes in, I'll do my best to get to him. So what was the other thing that I was going to mention here? I had some notes that I'd taken. I'm very professional. Very professional here. I think I kind of got into most of the stuff. If you guys got some questions here, lob those questions my way. Underdog Fantasy right there. It's a partner of my Hoops Talk show here. And I'm going to share something with you guys here real quick. Underdog Fantasy, very, 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 very easy to use. If you use my code HoopsLA, you get a $100 deposit match. What does a $100 deposit match means? It means you sign up for your account. It's the first time you put in your email, all your information, whatever the case is, and you use HoopsLA as the code. They'll match up to $100. So put 50 in, you got 50 for free waiting in that account for you. You got $100 total. So kind of house money. You put $100 in, then you'll have 200 in there. Underdog Fantasy will put $100 on top of it. Really easy to play. If you're somebody that enjoys playing in these daily fantasy sports, we know this is kind of blown up now over the years. But Underdog Fantasy is an official partner of this channel. And I'm going to show you guys, because I do it in every show, how quick it is to play, how easy it is to play, and I'll make my picks coming up for these games. So I usually do pick 'em. I just hit pick 'em. Simple as that. I go to pregame, as in games that are not currently playing. You could also do in-game. And then, of course, I'm going to go NBA. I've told you guys I'm going to pick NBA. I want to see all the games that are out there, and I like trying to find, okay, what's an interesting game? What's a game that I think let's do this. Let's do Denver and the Clippers. I think we both know. Nikola Jokic, higher or lower than 30.5 points? Since Jamal Murray is back, I'm going to actually go lower on this one because Murray is playing and they got all their guys. I'm going to go lower on that one. I'll take strategy on that one. Kawhi just 23. Do I go Kawhi or PG? Let's do Harden. Harden, higher or lower than 16.5 points? I'll go higher. So I got Nikola Jokic. I got Harden. I'm going to put my bet in, put $10 there. If I win, it pays up to $30. So $10 can give me $30. $100 deposit match. Use my code HoopsLA. I would appreciate that. And go enjoy the game. Got a little skin in the game. So there's my picks for tomorrow. Okay, I'm going to read a couple more comments here, and then we could get ready to wrap this bad boy up. If you guys got anything you guys want me to hit on, put them in right now as we get ready here. Got to make sure I avoid. Okay, not sure what's going on there. Alan, picture quality on your show is much better. Thank you, Frank. Thank you, Frank. Yeah, we're just gonna keep this. Just keep getting the channel better and better and better. We're gonna make this thing look really good. All right, Madeira, California, Indonesia, Iowa. Thank you all for being a part of the show. Belgium in the house. Thank you for being a part of the show. Trying to find some. I know there was a lot of comments that I had about the in-season tournament and stuff like that, and then I did a roll call and then I lost all of them. All right, let me see if I could find some of these here. Okay, well, All right, here's what we got. AR is good offensively when he's not out of control, creating turnovers, below average on defense. Can I say something about Austin Reeves? Does it feel? I had Dave McMenamin on the pregame show for radio today, and he was talking about that. Look, Austin Reeves in October was not good. November he started looking better. I thought that last game against Houston, I was talking a little bit about it here, but the last game against Houston, I was spending some time. I was saying that, look, he's starting to look more like Austin Reeves. He's starting to be a lot more aggressive. He's starting to get to his spots. He's starting to look more confident. So maybe Austin Reeves is starting to get to where we need him to get to. I think he's a key player. I think he's a key player because you don't really have a third star. I don't think you need a third star. I think you just need a ton of role players. But he's one of the more consistent offensive players. And tonight he was big time for the Lakers. Like literally big time, big moments. He did what he had to do. All right, let's see what else we got here. How good do you think we can be? To be honest with you, I think these next 20, 25 games is going to tell a lot about the Lakers. But here's the reality. I think they could be really good if they play defense. And if the 10, 11 guys that they need that are available and they have these players, Darvin Ham's his ability to go back and forth with these guys, and who's got a hot night, he can keep them in. Who's struggling, he could take them out. I think that's going to be a big key to the game. The other thing, or to the Lakers, rest of the Lakers season. The other thing that I'll say that I think, somebody else had brought it up. Eventually, we are going to have to slow things down a little bit on LeBron and Anthony Davis. Eventually. AD, I'm not as worried about. The only thing I'm worried about with AD is that, obviously he's a player that is not always available. So that is the issue with Anthony Davis. But I think ultimately, I use LeBron as an example. Do you really want this guy playing 40 minutes? It's funny, before the game started, Darvin Ham was talking about it in the pregame that he was going to see how he was going to play his guys. Let's just kind of see how the flow of the game. Lakers were going to do everything they can to win that game. They want to get to Vegas. So that was definitely something that was a priority. But part of that priority, you did have to play LeBron 40 minutes. LeBron played more minutes than Anthony Davis tonight, played more minutes than Kevin Durant tonight. He played more minutes than Devin Booker tonight. He played more minutes than Grayson Allen. He played more minutes than all these guys. Austin Reeves, he literally played the most minutes. Somebody pointed that in the chat earlier. I should have highlighted that. He played more minutes than any other player in this game. Do we play 83 games this year or 82? So if you make it to the NBA Finals, only two teams will play 83 games this year. It's the two teams. I'm sorry. If you make it to the in-season tournament finals, you'll play 83 games. So if you're playing on Saturday, you're playing 83 games. Everybody else is playing 82 games. Third shift, UPS, Columbus, Ohio. Thank you for being a part of the show. Reeves has his legs under him now after playing in the Olympics. Starting to look like it. To be honest with you, I do think it's starting to look like it. What happened to Christian Wood? That's a good question. That's a good question right there. I didn't actually see. I'm not 100% sure. So to be honest with you, I think by the time the game got started, I had finished the pregame show. I know everybody was available. It could just be simple as maybe they just didn't play. Just matchup-wise and trying to get Jared Vanderbilt more opportunities. Rui Hachimura is obviously an important player that they're trying to get back into the mix. He played 21 minutes tonight, so it's good to see him out there. But as far as I don't think anything happened to him. I think they just didn't use him. By the way, if I'm wrong on that, tell me. I think sometimes just in the action of the game, there's things that I miss too. Suns can cry all they want about the refs, but I don't give you know what I'm talking about there. How many times we get hoed by the refs late game this season, finally we're on the right side. Okay, that's one way to put it. Thank you for the super, Cyclones 1055. Thank you for the super. I will tell you this. It was a bad call at the end. It was. Lakers shouldn't have been given a timeout, period. They shouldn't have. So they got a little fortunate in that, but that's that's part of the game. You know, just like if that happened to us, we would be complaining about it. It happened to them. So I understand people complaining about it or on their side complaining about it. I don't think um, I don't think that that's crazy for them to be complaining about it. Okay. Highland Park in the house. Thank you for being a part of the show. Somebody else saying horrible call. By the way, we could point out what was right and what was wrong either way. Laker fans, that's all I got tonight. I appreciate you guys being a part of the show. You guys are freaking awesome. Thank you for spending some time with me on the channel. And I'm going to come back and do this on Thursday. I did want to end the show with one quick thing here. Okay. So I'm going to write and I'm going to post it on the chat as well. If anyone has interest in being in this industry of what I'm doing on YouTube, I'm looking for more people to add to potential Lakers content on this channel. And I'm going to send people my email. And here's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for one thing. Again, this is for anybody that's interested in the industry or maybe has interests of just working on their craft or whatever the case is. I want people who would be interested to send me a video on my email and find a Laker topic, any Laker topic, whatever it is. You can pick whatever it is. You could talk about things that are relevant right now. You can find something that's of interest to you. But really what I'm looking for is somebody who something of interest, that they would have interest in talking Lakers basketball. I want to add to this channel and I want more content on this channel, and I can't do it all on my own. So why not if there's interest of people that are on here, why not look to you guys if this is something that you're interested in? I put in my in the chat there, I put in my email address. Send a video, 1 minute, 2 minute. Pick a Laker topic. Pick something that's of interest to you. Send it to me. I'm going to start kind of gathering as much information as I can, and I'm going to try adding to this channel. So I'm putting myself in a position where I want more content on this channel. So if that's of interest, feel free to do so, and we'll take it from there. Okay, Laker fans, I appreciate it. Thank you for being a part of the show. I will get back to you guys coming up on Thursday. I'm still not sure if I can make Vegas work, but we're going to figure it out. Either way, we'll do a post-game show. Lakers all over the Phoenix Suns, 106-103. And I'll say it again. If you guys have some interest, if anybody has some interest being in the industry, some type of you're a fan of talking Lakers basketball, you could be objective. You can point out the good, the bad, whatever the case is. Send me a video, 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute clip, whatever you want it to be. I want to kind of start doing some work in the background and see how we can add some folks to this channel and add some more content. Appreciate you guys being a part of the show. You guys have a great rest of your night, and we'll get with you guys soon. Thanks, Laker fans.